Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use Excel to make a graph for your calorie lab that you did. And you can see here's a spreadsheet, and it has these columns with letters and rows with numbers. And we're just going to make a data table for ourselves, and we might want to put our substances. So Cheetos, you just type these in, make sure you don't get capital lock on there. And then we'll go potato chip. And then if it's too big like this, just go up to here where you get the two arrows. We'll have to get out of it. Two arrows and double click, and it'll get bigger. And then we'll go sour cream, double get out of it, then we'll double click on it. And then we'll go barbecue, we'll just go barb. And then we'll go Doritos. Okay, and those are the 5 items we tested, and we're going to do grams per, or calories per gram is 1. So you would just write that in here. And let's just say, we'll make that like that. And then let's just make up some numbers, 3, 6, 5, 2, 5. Like that. Okay, and then you can do the other one. I can't remember right now what it is, but you can do it even a separate data table to figure out the second graph. Okay, and or you could put it all in one graph. It's up to you. So once you figure this out, it's usually nice to make a data table. So if you highlight this whole thing, then you can right click on it and you can format cells. It's going to bring up this big box, and I like to put a border on it. So you just click this over here. You can go thicker line if you want, and I usually like the window pane one. And then if we hit OK, it gives us a nice data table. So we're going to keep going with this though. And I also like to fill this top in with a color. So you can go right to here actually. We'll make it yellow. Okay, so now I have this nice data table, and what I can do is I can make a graph out of this now. So if I highlight my data, it's always important to do that. And then I'm going to go to Insert, and then I'm going to go to Charts, and it lets me choose what I want. I'm probably going to want this one right here, and if I click on it, it's going to let me choose, and that's probably a good one I have right here. So calories per gram, and then we can see what we have. And if we want to change some of these, if you go over to the plus over here, we can add axis titles, which you want to do, data labels, which tells you how much, and then yeah, that should be good. And then you want to type in your axis title. So this is just item tested or calories per gram, or actually item tested is what that is. However you want to label it, and you should probably come up with your own titles or whatever. And that's your basic graph. And then you should be able to click on these. I'm trying to mess with it a little bit here. And then you just click on the title if you want to mess with it. And this could be Calorie Lab and those kind of things. And then if you want to mess around some more with them, you can remove the lines if you want. You can change these colors, however you want to do it. But you at least need to get this graph and save it for me. There's also something you can do. Let's see. So we can see if I can figure this out really quick. So if you right click on the whole thing, you can move chart, and you can make it a new sheet, and then get OK, and then this becomes its own page, which is really preferable than to be on the same page as the data table. And then you can just save this and send it to me. So if you want to save this, you just go to File, Save As, and then save it on your hard drive or your jump drive, and then or Google Drive, which is preferable, and then send it to me. But that's the basics of how to do it. Hopefully this works for you and you're able to do it on your own just by following me. But if I go back here, just remember to make yourself a data table, and you can even name these. So if you go to right click on the thing, you can call this data table. See how I'm doing that? And then you can even go to the chart and you can rename it calorie lab results. And then you're good. Okay, and you just save this and send it to me and include this with your lab. And you're going to want to do, I think it's calories per gram and then total calories or something. And this is your data that you use, that you got in the lab. And that should be good. And I'll see you guys in class, or I'm already seeing you probably.